Talking about celebrating what's good about our area, we have a special guest today, Avi Gardner. And you were on our Authors and Artists show the other day.
I was, yes.
With Carol Love Forbes. It's on every Thursday at 11 a.m. And you were talking about, you guys were talking about your book.
Mm-hmm.
And you wrote a book. And in the middle of the conversation, you start singing. It was beautiful. I said, we got to get her back here to sing. So today, we're going to talk about your book, and then you'll sing for us a little?
Perfect, yeah.
Okay, tell us about the book. Can I hold it up?
Yeah, that'd be great. Well, it took about 1.5 years to write, and the book is about finding hope and peace and never giving up. And I had the inspiration for writing the book from sharing my own life experience. I want to help vets and other survivors of trauma that the future is always brighter, there's always hope, never give up, and even when you think that you've lost everything and you've lost it all, that you're so close to the victory and they're so close to the finish line, and there's so many great surprises in store.
So it's an inspirational book.
Yes.
And you said maybe people who have been through the PTSD, or what is that all about?
So PTSD is post-traumatic stress disorder, and for years I had flashbacks, and now I don't. And I think so
you've been through all this.
I've been through this.
So you've been and fixed yourself, so to speak, in a good way, and now you're sharing how other people can do it.
And when I say and in yoga they teach a lot that be the space that holds the feeling, and it came to a place for me where I needed a space that holds me while I'm holding it. And so I renamed PTSD in the book to post-traumatic stress process because it's not a disorder, it's a process of healing. Instead of labeling the people who've been through hard things, our reactions as wrong or bad, we can look at what happened to cause it and try as a society to make an effect, to make positive change, and know that there's healing and hope for everybody. It's possible.
Okay. Tell us about some of the chapters and what they address.
So one of my favorite chapters, one of the first chapters, Post-Traumatic Stress Process, talks about the process of healing, not judging the people, and creating a safe environment for people to heal, that flashbacks can go away, we can live a normal, beautiful life, and be healthy and have more than we ever could have imagined. One of my favorite chapters I talk about in the book, like I mentioned before, was I got to a place where all the skills and tools that I had weren't working, and I needed something much bigger than me. And so one of the chapters in the book, I talk about the ladder that doesn't burn. My friend gave an analogy. I called her one night when I was in despair, really, and she said, Avi, she said, imagine you're in a room that's on fire, and the only way out is a metal ladder. Well, I teach physics, right? And so I taught physics for years, so I thought, well, that doesn't sound very fun. It's going to be hot climbing out. And it wasn't until I found that there's a ladder that doesn't burn, there's a light much bigger that can hold any pain, no matter what we've seen, no matter what we've been through, no matter what's happened, no matter what we've done. There's a light that can hold any pain, any sorrow, anything, and help transform us and transcend us into a world so much more beautiful. So you had
what they're calling PTSD, and do you go to the doctor? Do they try to medicate you out of it?
I see a counselor still. It's less often. I did EMDR is very effective. I found for me, I use Gestalt therapy, yoga nidra, meditation. I have a black sash in Tai Chi, even though I know they usually don't give black sashes in Tai Chi. And it got to a place where all the skills I used, they weren't working. And I needed to trust something much bigger than I am. I'm Mormon. I go to the Mormon church, and I practice Buddhism, and I still meditate, and I do yoga. And I found for me, there's a light so much bigger, and that's the light I trust in. And that's the light that, no matter what religion, I think, there's something bigger. If we can trust in that light, it will always get us through.
And not to put you on the spot, you're the author, but when did you have your epiphany? Or was it an epiphany, or something that took you a long time to get there?
You know, last year, for years I've been wanting to write a book. And last year, at the end of the school year where I was teaching, very, very strong, very clear, I just knew I needed to finish the book. One of my good friends, their family member committed suicide last fall, and 22 vets, the number could be different now. I heard there's 22 vets that are committing suicide every day.
Every day, yeah.
And there's hope, and that's the message of the book, that life is so much more beautiful. And it seems almost that when it gets the hardest, that's when we're the closest.
Now, who should read your book? Is it the person with the traumatic issues, or their family support members, or would anybody get something out of the book? Everybody.
My hope is that anyone could get something out of the book. I tell a story about gratitude and positivity and these skills and tools, when they work in the hardest situations that we can face, then they would be able to work in everyday situations as well. And so people with loved ones with PTSD, people who've been through hard things, I'd say anybody.
Yeah, I'd say almost everybody has some kind of issue they're trying to deal with or get through or stress, and your book can show them the way out of that and be an inspiration. So.
And one part of the book, too, is to help people live their dreams, is to know that you can really do what's in your heart, what you're meant to do in life.
Yeah. Now, you have a website or something where people can go look more about the subject in the book and even order it, maybe?
Yeah, so the books are available for pre-order. The website's on the screen, www.avigardner.com, and the books are available for pre-order now, $14.95 a copy, so you're welcome to go to the website and place an order, and $25 for autographed copy, and then, even though I'm not that special, it's everyone else who's helped me write the book.
Yeah.
And in 3 to 5 days, it will be available to order on Amazon or Google.
Oh, so it's just coming out?
It's just coming out.
Okay.
It's on Kindle right now. It's been on Kindle for a little while, so the paperback is just coming out.
Just coming out, yeah. I'm not a good listener. You've probably told me that 10 times since I've been talking to you the last month, and I'm just catching up. So it's just coming out, so this is exciting then.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
You guys could be one of the first to get this book. You know what? An idea. A friend of mine wrote a book, and I'm going to give this idea to our viewers. He wrote the book. I bought a case of them, and then I give them out, Christmas gifts, birthday. We always have to go to somebody's house for dinner. You like to take a host gift. So buy a whole case of her books, keep them on hand, and give them out to people you want to inspire.
Great idea, because we never know who's going through a hard time, and trust your gut.
Now, something about iTunes. What's on iTunes?
So through the process, I love writing music, and my first CD is out. I want to do 2 more this year. It's on iTunes. It's called Avi Gardner, My Inspiration, and I brought a couple copies of the CD as well. So
you don't have one handy to hold up, do you?
I have one right here.
I don't think we have the cover. Let me try to hold it like this.
So there's a copy of the CD available, $5 per CD, and just fun music. Rick Silvestri, a great musician in the Bay Area, he did the accompanying for...
Oh, we have a copy. Look at that.
There we go.
We have a good tech there. Robert is taking good care of us.
And I also want to put a plug in for the local publication, or the local publishing company who published my book, Serendipity Press. Great.
They're in San Jose?
They're actually here in Fresno.
Oh, in Fresno.
Here in Fresno.
Okay, well, I have heard of Serendipity. I thought, well, that's weird, because I thought I've heard of them around here. So,
Yeah.
Serendipity Press. Now, tell me, I'm an older guy, so bear with me a minute. So the iTunes, you go and order it, and then the music comes onto your phone or iPod or something?
Exactly. iTunes.
It's a miracle.
Exactly. Yep. So you can listen to it while you're driving, while you're running, while you're riding your bike.
The way music gets on my phone is I give my phone to my kids, and it comes back with the music I want. I don't know how it gets there, but I should learn.
I need to learn too, because it's much easier for me to listen to the CD. I'm kind of old-fashioned that way.
Okay, so you got a CD out. We want them to go to iTunes to get the CD. Is there someplace else? Oh, you can call. Are we giving out your phone number or just your website?
Just my website,
Yeah, go to
email address.
Avi's website. I think that might be it there. Oh, and can you download the music from the website, or they have to go to the iTunes? Or
We got to go to iTunes.
Okay.
I might get it set up later on my
if you
website.
want to hold it in your hand like I like to, go to avigardner.com and order the CD there.
Exactly.
I think they're only $5 or something.
$5 and
Yeah.
and buy donation for those who want to help other people, so we can offer more CDs.
Buy a case of the CDs, too. That's my advice. Okay, are we skipping anything? Because what we're going to do in a minute is going to go to a break, and we're going to come back, and Avi's going to sing a couple of songs. But the producers always tell me after the show, you cut them off. You didn't let them say everything they wanted to say. So I always try to pause in the end and just let you go with anything you want.
I say live your dreams. Do what you really want to in life. There's so much peace. There's so much hope. And the light is so much bigger, and that when you think it's the hardest, just hang on, because you're going to make it through, and there's always people to reach out to. There's so many people that are willing to help. I want to say, when we talk about things we experience, I experienced one of the things was a murder when I was a kid, and that's why I really relate to vets in some ways, and so we each have our own story, and it's not the hard things we go through in life that define us. We define them, just as Viktor Frankl taught. So I say, You're all great, so thanks for listening.
I'm inspired just talking to you and sitting here listening to you. And I was inspired when you were last on and you sang on the Carol Love Forbes show, the Authors and Artists show that's on every Thursday at 11 a.m. So inspired. I said, we got to get you back here and we'll have a music segment. So that's what we're going to do. Don't touch that mouse. Don't click and go somewhere else. We're going to be back with Avi Gardner, I think 2 songs right after this.
Welcome back. My name is Avi Gardner, and I just wrote a book called From Darkness to Light, A Fight for My Light in Life. And it's available to order on Amazon in the next couple of days. I have them on sale for pre-order right now if you'd like to go to my website and order some. And I'm really grateful to be here. I get the opportunity to sing a couple songs right now that I wrote in the Redwoods. It was during a time when I thought my life was over and I had no idea how I was going to accomplish my dreams. And there's always something inside of us that won't give up, that hangs on. And during that time, I had no idea how things were going to happen. And I wrote down a short paragraph of one of my dreams, that I lived in the Redwoods and I get to help lots of people and I'm really happy. And sure enough, a year later, I forgot that I had written this paper, and a year later, I was going through my journal and I found something that I had written, and I had already been accepted for a position in the Redwoods at a summer program. And these songs were written after my life was basically shattered. It's now held together by a light much bigger than me. And it's to this light that I attribute everything I have to. I do want to give one warning. When I recorded the CD, my producer said, Avi, I'm not going to let you play the guitar. So for the songs that I wrote, and these songs are ones that I did write. So anyway, when I played today, please excuse anything, and I just know that I'm singing from my heart. So. Song is one of my favorites as well. And Rick Silvestri, I want to thank Rick for doing the arranging of the music. He did the accompaniment on the CD, so thanks, Rick. And thanks to all the people who've helped along the way, to my husband, to everybody. And I hope that we all live our dreams. And know that when you ever get to a spot where you need extra help, all you have to do is ask. Someone will appear. The light's always bigger. And you can do everything you set your mind to.
He brings everything
thanks for being here today. I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful to be alive. There is a suicide prevention walk in May 21st, put on by Out of Darkness in San Francisco. And just know that there's always peace. There's always hope. So I want to tell a really fast story, and then we can be done, I hope, if we have time. One time I was driving down the freeway and on my way to the Redwoods, and my mind started drifting to the negative, and I thought, oh, I'm not going to make it, and I started worrying, and I caught myself in that moment because I know that I'm worth more than that. We're worth more than negative thoughts because they're not true. And I was driving down the road, and in that moment I reminded myself one of the techniques that I talk about in the book, which is being grateful. So as soon as a negative thought came into my mind, I thought about 5 things I'm grateful for. And as soon as I started thinking the things I'm grateful for, I noticed the exit that I was supposed to take, and it was the very next exit that led me to where I needed to be. And so it saved me a few minutes on the freeway. So being grateful and positive, and just keep living your dreams. Know there's a light so much bigger. Thanks.